Maybe trust means believing the Bible enough to let it speak in its own voice, right? And I think that led directly into the second thought in his article. The inerrancy is not an ancient doctrine. And, it's scarily rather recent. That document, it was penned after a conference in Chicago in 1978 by 300 evangelical scholars, was called the Chicago Statement on Biblical Inerrancy. So in a way, many people were taught about inerrancy, and that's neither an ancient thought, and nor is it as simple as they were led to believe. But now, this is one of those words that can carry, a lot of emotional weight, right? Inerrancy. Because for some, it challenges that confidence in Scripture. For others, it represents a rigid system where questions were not welcome. And I think we need to be careful there. We need to be very careful, because the question is not, do we trust Scripture? I think there's a deeper question. I think, what kind of trust is Scripture asking from us, right? Is trust the same thing as forcing every genre to behave the same way, right? Is trust the same thing as flattening poetry, wisdom, genealogy, law, gospel, prophecy, and apocalypse into just one kind of writing? Is trust the same thing as refusing to notice tension, complexity, or even development across the biblical story? Maybe not. Maybe trust means believing the Bible enough to let it speak in its own voice, right? A psalm can be deeply true without being a newspaper article. A parable can be deeply true without being some modern biography. And apocalyptic imagery, well, that can reveal reality without functioning like a weather forecast of current world events.